You know the drill. You buy the ticket, you take the ride. It's live. I'm back. After a long weekend of punk rock shows and driving to strange places. Just want to start off. Camp Pennsylvania was the fucking shit. We had a blast. Great being surrounded by all those people and bands again. That was very cool. I could sit here and go on and tell you about how great the bands were, but most of you were probably there anyway. So, and the Coffee Lion shows in Harrisburg on Sunday. They opened for the Queers. That was great. I met Joe. I had a really nice room. The guys treated me just fucking great. It's been cool. I'm exhausted though, but we're here. We made it. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I was talking to a friend of mine who, he's been singing in, metal bands and hardcore, more or less hardcore, bands for a long time with like Not Without Resistance and, now Brace for Impact. I'm going to have my friend Dave Steele on today. Dave. Hi.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Yeah, there's something different, you know what I mean? Just because I feel like, I don't know, the scenes are definitely intertwined for sure, the punk scene and, you know, the hardcore.
Absolutely.
And I feel like both are on the rise now too, more so like than they were in years past. I feel like everything's picking up again in our pace. Like, do you guys like sense that too? Like,
Yeah. I know coming up throughout the years, we can go back to when the rock was a big thing in Clearfield. Most of the shows were,
I forgot about that place.
Yeah, all of the shows were a good mix. You always had a punk rock band, like a hardcore band, and like we'd even had like metal bands playing. I know there was one band from St. Mary's that used to come down all the time. Having a hard time remembering their name, but they were like a Christian metal band. But they played there a lot, and a lot of our shows were that mix.
Yeah, that was an old jail, correct?
It was.
Yeah,
it was
okay.
the old Clearfield jailhouse.
Yeah, wow. Like if you could imagine that the new one's the new one, you know what I mean? Because that one looks, wow. That not that I've been in there, but like, whew, yeah, that place is shitty. But
yeah.
So like, did you guys play in cells in that thing? How did that work?
No, no. But realistically, it was a big corridor. When you walked into where the bands played, and along the walls the whole way were all the cells, and upstairs there was a catwalk that when you came in, like I said, where the main bands played, you could go upstairs to the catwalk. That was all lined with cells, and actually where the stage was at the very back of it, there was I don't believe that there was one on the right side, but the left side there was a cell there, which was essentially the band room, which was the one that probably had all of the tagging on the walls, all of the drawings and things of that nature. And you could just kind of hang out in there till it was your turn to play and so on and so forth. But that place was amazing.
Yeah, that whole building's gone now, right? Or did they change it to something else?
It's been several different things. I know it was a landscaping place for like topography was in there for a while. I don't know what came in after that, but I know I just recently talked to Denny Parada, who he was the one that was, I'm not 100%, but he leased that building. He's the one that let us do all of the shows there. I know back when I was in Twisted Cone, he let us be like a house band. I was our practice.
You were in that band?
That was my first band was Twisted Cone.
I remember a kid in my high school always wore this shirt, and I never knew what it meant, but now I know.
Yes,
and it was closer to me than I ever knew.
Yeah,
I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it was a really bad band. I mean, we were horrible, but it was a start. Yeah, it was a start, you know, and it was fun. But so I'd recently talked to Denny, and he is bringing the rock back, not for bands, but him and his son Kem, they do a lot of archaeological like finds. They do like gold hunting, things of that nature.
Oh, cool.
So they're opening it as a museum.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
That's the plan. Now, whether it actually comes to that or not, I hope it does because it'd be cool for them. I know they've been doing a lot. They've even gone up as far as Canada. They
Wow.
actually had a find in Pennsylvania. I want to say somewhere down near Pittsburgh. I may or may not be wrong on that, but they thought they had found some gold from long lost gold from the Civil War era. It was supposed to be being transported from the south up toward the north. It went missing. They thought they found it. They contacted the FBI, and sure enough, they brought all these, these black Suburbans, things of that nature in, and it was supposed to be untouched. It was on private land. Nothing happens without everybody there. Well, at nighttime, some of the locals that were talking to Denny were like, there was a lot of equipment running at night. And when they went back, there was no find. So, so the
Yeah.
FBI got their hands on something, and I believe there's a lawsuit, but
Wow.
for a different story,
Yeah.
But yeah, Denny's, from what I understand, is trying to get that back as a museum.
No, that's a good thing. I want to talk to you too a little bit about the Upstage Fest that happened. What it was back in August.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked like you guys fucking had a damn good set and got a really good response from everything.
Yeah, I was surprised. I actually was surprised. We pretty much have been keeping everything that we've been doing under wraps.
No, and that's good.
Just because we kind of wanted to have something to sell, not so much like just keep putting out pieces and pieces and pieces and trying to build it up that way. I kind of like the unexpected build up, like what's going to sound like, what's it going to be? Because a lot of people in the scene, they know everybody in the band. They know what we've all done in the past. So we kind of came together, tried some different things, established our sound, so to speak. And then we were like, okay, now you can have it at the fest. Like, this is where you finally get to hear what Brace for Impact is doing.
Yeah, it's not, and not to mention everybody has fucking cell phones too. To you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
people standing at practices and like it's hard to even have the element of any sort of surprise these days. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Yes.
you even with big bands and stuff, like what the fuck's coming before, like probably they do, because everything's
Yeah.
pushed the fuck out on Facebook and everything else, and like
Yeah. And that's just it. It's kind of like, well, if you start throwing things out there, then everybody's like, well, I got a taste for it. I see what it is. I don't really have a need to go see them. But if they don't know, they're going to come see you because they do want to see what you're about to be.
oh yeah, dude, curiosity is a big driver. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
definitely.
But it went over well. We got a lot of positive reactions, responses, even from the crowd and after. I know our Facebook page actually, I think we gained like 280 almost
That's awesome.
likes just after the fest, because we had a few before. I think we were up to like 200 something, and then we just like jumped up to like 500-600 like after the fest, and it was just like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, that's
A lot of the live, a lot of the feeds from the fest, people's videos and uploads, things of that nature.
Yeah, I saw more uploads of you than I did anybody else, and that's why I assumed that it went really well because obviously, yeah, that I was trying to make it, but I had breakfast at Porky's and they made me do shots of tequila before I drove home,
Yeah,
and that was the
they'll
end
do
of it.
that. Yeah, they'll do that.
No more breakfast at Porky's. Not unless I'm staying there another day.
Their food's amazing though. I mean,
You can't say enough about those people. Like, it's just great, all of it. I don't know, but Chad's a crazy motherfucker. I think that's all there is to it.
Yeah, here's the 2% milk.
Yeah, 2.
2%.
Yeah, that's fun. Like, I don't know. Now, like, do you know, like, as far as they go, the Destroyers, are they only like in the punk rock scene, or do they put like other type shows on? Like, because that'd be an interesting thing to get. Like,
I'm gonna say that the 90% of it is probably like the punk rock side, and then there are some like hardcore
yeah,
bands and whatnot that they do. I personally haven't got to attend a lot of their shows. My work schedule keeps me from
I've only been to one
a lot of it. So I know. Well, you were at the Cold Cuts Fest
Oh, yeah.
that they put on, and that was great. I mean, that was a pretty good.
Yeah,
I think that was a pretty good mix. I mean, most of it was like the punk rock side, but overall it was a pretty good mix.
Yeah, like the Crooked Cobras, like they have a rock side to them, and like you know
Yeah,
what I mean. Like
yeah,
I've seen them for
they were
years, man.
fun.
Yeah, dude, they're a good
They were
time.
really
I
fun.
saw them open for Guttermouth, I think it was like six
Oh
years
wow.
ago, and then the drummer and I, Aaron, actually became friends because he's a fucking RKL junkie like I am. So like we're always just talking about that shit, you know. But it was fun. I saw them at the Millvale Fest, man. I felt so bad. Their bass player always plays that sick ass uh, not Fender, the other one, Gibson, Thunderbird bass. The fucker
Oh right.
slipped, dude, and like fell down, and then he threw the bass all pissed off, and it snapped the fucking neck right on stage. And I'm like,
Oh
I got home and I was just like, I wonder what that neck was like, $750 neck, and I was like, never throw your bass, Jimmy, never
wow.
ever throw your bass.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was pissed. It was like their last song. He's bouncing, and he's just fucking ankle caught the end of the one monitor in front and just fucking threw him, man. I was just like, God damn.
It's like heartbreak, like instant heartbreak.
Yeah.
Just to watch a
And they
head
were
snap.
solid, dude, and they always are, like I said, like, I don't know if you've seen them, like, that's a good fucking band. And like those, what was that band, Complete Bastards that played at Cold Cuts Fest? Like,
Yes.
how old are
Yes.
those guys? But they kick ass, like,
I'm pretty sure that they were sarcophaguses before that show.
yeah, like, seriously, they gotta be like late 40s, early 50s at the youngest, you know what I mean? And I mean, they are throwing the fuck down, like, look at fucking Walt, like, he just, you know, he's half
Yeah.
naked standing on a picnic table 3 songs in.
Yeah, with his light up balls.
Yeah, and his, we had, like, gold, like, wrestling trunks on.
Yes. Yeah, I have to say I'm glad you brought that up because that was probably the highlight of the entire day. I mean, I had a good time with everybody. I know we got sat down and talk a little bit, and that was the highlight.
Yeah, dude.
Just, I mean, he was up on a picnic table. He had a rubber dick and a rubber balls just hanging, and just starts hip shaking.
Yeah.
I mean,
The fact, like, I just love that.
it was great.
Yeah,
It
that
was.
age, and like you can like punk rock just flows through that dude like no tomorrow. You know what I mean? As old as he, it doesn't even matter. And, like,
And they sound good.
oh yeah,
I mean, they're great. Like
Yeah.
they're a great band, and
Yeah.
that humor aspect that they throw into it as well. It makes it come together. I mean, in all reality, like it's really enjoyable to watch. You get a damn good laugh,
yeah.
and you're hearing really good, well put together music.
And see, like I like a lot of the bands I like, at least like I like the humor aspect being in there. Like when you have the humor, because I like to I live on sarcasm. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
yeah, like I live
yeah.
on it. But like when you have that aspect in there, like it's gonna hook me more so than like and honestly, what's like I'll be honest, like what's drawn me away from metal and stuff like that is everybody's like, the world's coming to an end. You know, everybody's dead serious. And it's
Yeah.
like, man, fucking
And
life.
what is that?
Like, why are you so angry? Like, you guys are in your 30s now. Like, I can see when you're, early 20s and your teens, like fucking angst and you're pissed off. And like, now it's like, I can't even get that mad anymore. I don't think. Like, it's enough to be like, just,
And I think that's one of the things that I noticed as well. When I was a teenager coming up, like I had a lot to be angry about. I hated school. I was getting into that point where like, oh, now I have to work and pay taxes, and I'm still with my parents, but trying to get away from my parents. Like you have a lot to be angry about. You really do. As an adult, I still have a lot to be angry about because now I got to pay those bills, and I'm trying to keep my house and my cars and support my family. I'm happier now.
yeah, you pick your battles differently, I think, though.
And so what is the point of having like this metal band to just be like, oh, we're going to be serious and we're going to confront all these issues of life and so on and so forth, but we're going to be angry and look angry all the time. I get that. If you want to write your music about serious issues, I believe that every song that you write should be something that applies to you, applies to somebody, life issues, whatever. You write your music for what you want people to hear.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that your presence has to be that way.
No, not
I mean,
at all.
hell, when we did the fest, I came out in
I
swimming
was gonna
trunks
say
and
swimming
kicked beach
trunks
ball.
and white sunglasses, man, is all I saw. And I'm like, he looks fucking great.
It was so weird because, the songs I'm singing are, a lot of it comes down to issues I've had in life or things that I'm feeling, things I think about. So you've got this serious lyrical side, but when we're playing, I'm not going to sit there and try to be Joe Cool. I want to have some fun, I'm breaking out my swim trunks. I wish I had. You remember going to the fair and getting those huge sunglasses? I wish I had a pair of those because I would.
Or like the big alien hats. Do you remember the big top hats that were big
Yes,
for a while? Yeah.
yes,
Oh my god.
yes.
Yeah.
That would be great. And I think that even in doing that, you grab people's attention more so than coming up and just, and nothing against any of the metal bands out
No,
there.
no, and I feel the same
But
way.
I feel like if you come out and you have a good time, like people want to pay attention more to you than they would just watching some guy that just
and people feed off vibes, man. If you're having fun, odds are they're gonna start having fun too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's just that's how it goes. And like I don't know.
Yep.
If it's all serious, they're probably gonna be a little more serious. If it's not, then they're probably gonna loosen up a little bit. You
Yeah,
know?
and that's where we're at. That's where we're at with Brace.
Yeah.
This is a fun band. It's not we're not looking to get signed to a big label. We're not looking to tour the US and go to Europe. We're a bunch of dudes and dad bods that just want to play the music we love to play and have a good time with it.
Yeah, and that's like I don't know. Anybody, I say this all the time. Anybody gets into music to go tour and make money, like you're probably in it for the wrong reason. Like,
Yeah.
because odds are like the odds are really against you. They're like really fucking against you. If
They
you make
are.
it big, yeah. Like
They are.
You better know somebody, and
There's hundreds of thousands of bands out
That's-
there trying to do the same thing.
yeah, and they all know people too. You know, like
Yeah.
so-
And try this day and age, try being original.
yeah. No, and in this day and age, it's so much fucking harder to them when we were growing up. Like, you probably did the same thing. Used to look at linear notes to find other bands and stuff like that. Like, nobody has to do that anymore. Like, I always bitch to my dad. I'm like, you grew up at this time. Like, you had Ramones, blah, blah, blah. And I still thought about it one day. And I'm like, how the fuck was he ever going to hear that stuff, though, being in Pennsylvania? He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was not going to hear it. Like, there was no fucking way to hear that stuff. But now you can basically, like, fuck, you can get famous just putting your shit on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, and that makes me wonder, that's a point you brought up. So us growing up, we've had all our venues, around Clearfield. Like obviously Erie's got their thing, Pittsburgh. We had the Four Corners and then Central PA in the middle. Somebody always did a DIY show somewhere. Somebody was putting a show on. What did our parents do? Like that makes me wonder. I know growing up as a kid, we had street dances in Clearfield, which that's unheard of now.
yeah.
But you did street dances, and most of the time you went to see those, they were cover bands. And I know my stepdad, he played in a band called Yesterday. I remember that very well. I loved going and watching him play. It was great. But yeah, what did our parents, where was our parents' source of live music?
Well, like I know, like even to do something, like all we really had was like the Y dances after football games. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
They
it
were
wasn't-
terrible.
Yeah,
They were terrible.
They were. I took acid the first time during one though. That Y dance was a little bit better
Yeah.
than the most. Yeah, but other than that, I think I was like 15.
Yeah. It was cool if you wanted to listen to Moby.
Well, like it was like Cotton Eye Joe then, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like all
Oh.
the time, like, and everybody's in the middle, like stomping their foot. I'm like, this fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Get me out of here. Yeah.
It's horrible.
We're like drinking in the back a lot for no reason, and I'm walking in, and I think her name is Sinclair. She'd always be like, "Jimmy, are you okay? I smell booze." I'm like, "I was working, and some guy spilled it on me." Every Friday it happened. So just so happened that they dumped booze on me.
Every Friday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, at least you got in the habit of wearing a different shirt in case. Good
Yeah.
for you.
in my 20s, I got out of that habit. I used to I used to park at Alice's on Fridays and stay there till Sunday. Sometimes not even a change of clothes. I just went. Yeah, I've grown out of that since. I don't I have
That's
a hard
funny.
time drinking now. Like it's strange, man. Like I really do. Like I have a hard time just like I can't. I don't know. I can't like let myself get drunk for some reason. Like I don't want to lose control. I guess if
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
It really does because
Um,
Twang. Twang.
I've played
I
many
had a
bands with Twang.
very serious conversation with him one night. He's always like he fucks around, but like I feel like every time he talks to you, he just looks so serious.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if he's fucking with you, I'm, just like,
Uh-huh.
I'm so serious right now.
Yeah.
But he had told me the same thing. Like when he drank, he's like 1 or 2 beers and I'm done because once I get to a point, I don't have control of me anymore. I become Twang number 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, because I love shots. I love drinking. I'm a big fan of it. And I tried every time we played together, every time we hung out. I'm like, let's get some shots. No, I had 1 or 2. I'm done. I don't want to be in control. So I get what you're saying, not because I personally understand
No,
it, but
and
because you.
yeah, and I smoke a lot of weed. Not everybody has that like advantage to them either. You probably
I
can't because of work and
I
stuff like
don't
that.
get
Yeah,
that.
right. So like and I get the beer, like because there's guys in Filthy, like the guys in Coffee, they all drank. They had me do a shot of Irish whiskey the other night. I thought I was gonna die. Like I literally thought I was gonna die after I took it. I'm like, this
Like
is
Jameson?
yeah.
Just
I'm
pound
like,
of
this
Jameson?
is fucking awful, man.
It's not good.
No,
It's really
no.
not. Like I don't know. Like it's a good, but it's not good. Like I don't go to the bar and be like, yeah, line me up some Jameson,
Yeah.
you know?
I used to like it,
No.
and I saw Guttermouth one time, and I got fucking wasted on it. And I ended up scoring Mark Shirt, the lead singer, and I had it on, and I was all pumped, and I was all drunk, got back to the hotel room, and I puked all over myself. And fucking, I was like, this is done, never again. And that was the first time I drank Jameson since then. I think I was like 2013. So
Yeah, I avoid that.
yeah.
I don't mess with Jameson too much.
And like I can drink Captain and Cokes. Like I went down for Chad's birthday party. Well, I went with your wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went down for that. And like I had like probably a half bottle of Captain, and like I was okay. I felt good, but like I can't get myself to where that like I'm just blackout drunk anymore. And I don't know. I stop it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I feel that because I think I'm kind of like getting to that point where like I still love drinking, I still love doing shots, but I can't tell you the last time that I was beyond. Actually, matter of fact, I think it was a horse race.
You were good. You were feeling good at Cool Cuts Fest by the end of the day. But that was after
by the end of the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that was like the end of the day, and that was what 12 hours, like 13 hours. Yeah.
Well, there was a lot going on that day. We met up at oh hell, what time did we meet? Like 9 a.m. maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
And we went to Porky's. We got the kegs, and we got ice and cups and like fry boats, everything we needed from there. Went to the venue. There were 6,000 geese there. I'm exaggerating, but there were, the place was full of geese, just shitting everywhere, just geese shit everywhere. And we spent the day setting everything up, like getting everything ready. So by the time that the show actually started, it was just kind of like, wow, I had one beer the whole time we sat up, and I'm just not ready for this. Like,
Yeah.
I think the thing that got me, Brian came around with that. They tried to do the super soaker full of tequila. It was an epic failure. It was, I don't know what happened. The seal was bad. Like every time they pumped it, it was just, they were losing tequila out of it. Yeah, the seal was bad. So they ended up going and getting the weed sprayer, which first I looked at that and I was like, I hope that's clean.
I know.
I ain't trying
thought-
to do shots around.
That dude, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, are we doing shots of Roundup? And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is bad.
Yeah, it is. It'd be bad for you. It'd kill your weed.
yeah. And not to mention the rest of my insides.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, it was a brand new unopened one, and
Oh yeah, because I drank some of it too.
I bought 2 shots, and I probably shouldn't have, because like the more it kept coming and I kept drinking it, I was essentially like, I don't chug tequila. I mean, I've seen people do it. I'm not that guy. Like seriously, those two, I feel like it was more than 2 shots.
Oh, it was. So I know what they shot in me one time.
I sat there and like started getting like the water. So I was like, yeah, I might have to just, I kind of got to piss. So I'm going to go take a piss. I'm going to see what happens here. At least I'm in the right spot. I didn't puke.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
good for me. I held it down.
Yeah.
But I think that was like, that aided in like helping me like get a good buzz. And I was like, okay, by the end of the night, I was good.
Yeah. Like I said, you weren't out of control or anything. You were,
No,
and dude, it was such a long day. I was so exhausted because I remember,
hot.
Yeah, and then everybody was going back to Porky's, and Abe looks at me and he's like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "I want to go the fuck home." And then we ended up sitting up talking till 5 a.m. anyway, just because we were talking about music.
We went back to Chad's. We talked about going to Porky's, and I don't even think we did.
We did.
I don't believe so. We loaded everything up into 7 different vehicles, and I think we went back to Chad's house, jumped in the hot tub, and just kind of finished our night out there.
Yeah, that's a cool place too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad's house?
Yeah. Because I got to stay
It's
there.
great there. Like your family, like no matter who you are, like you show up there, like they treat you like family.
Yeah. That whole, like I said, I can't say enough about that group of people because I don't know. I've been in a bad spot for a while now, and like running in, like, I don't know, just meeting Abe and them, and like it just snowballed through everything. And then finding out you guys were intertwined with them too. And it was just like, well, fuck, man, like this is cool,
Yeah, I think Susie was telling me something about. Well, she didn't even know that Morning Buzz was you at first.
She
Like,
told me that on the way down to Pittsburgh.
and she was like, "Oh my God, Morning Buzz is Jimmy Menarchik," and I was like, "No kidding." And yeah, and she brought up something with the Filthy Lowdown. I think is what it was, and that was like one of the connecting points as well that brought
Yeah.
all of it together, because you two had grown up together, and then you have pretty much the same affiliation down in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And like a puzzle, it's just like,
I know. And like,
that's cool though. I think that's really cool.
it was, and like the fact that I don't know, but apparently we've played a show together. We just figured out before we started this over there. I like if you were singing for them, like we definitely opened for No Without Resistance. So if you were singing, like that's there wasn't any other singers, was there?
The Chris Pate was the original.
Oh no, this was not. This had to be you.
I think Chris did from 96 to say like 99,
No,
2000.
yeah, no, this was you for sure. This was
Yeah.
2003, 2004.
Oh yeah, that was definitely me.
Yeah. Okay,
That was
okay, so
definitely
we
me
played
at
a
that
show
era.
together, but like I met you realistically at Cold Cuts Fest, like, but I feel I don't know. Our paths probably crossed more times than once.
I
and
know,
just
so.
never like
It had to.
Well, like
it
I said,
had
we
to.
definitely played a show like right next door, and what was it? Kickers back
The
in the
Kickers.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
the kids' place or whatever it was. My girlfriend got leveled over there at the time. I remember when we had to stop a show one time. She got taken out in an ambulance. Snack pack, little Carl. He was all upset that night. Yeah, that was my first autograph, man. First autograph ever I saw. It was for the old snack packer. Yeah, and he's always like, "You're the reason I play bass," and I'm like, "Well, you're way better than me now, so it doesn't even matter." You
That's
know?
awesome. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way better, because you talk to people about like influences and like, oh well, who got you playing bass and who got you singing and who got you to play guitar, and everybody's like, oh well, I like Van Halen, and I loved watching AC/DC, and I loved Ace Frehley, and all these people like from any band, Pantera, things like that. So when you have somebody that's like, well, you're the reason that I started playing,
Yeah.
and you're local, like I think that goes a lot further.
Yeah,
Then-
Mike Salp's the reason I started playing bass. Like he's local as fuck. Like
Frank Rumfulla was probably one of the main reasons that I started singing in general. He was great to watch. I think the first time I saw 969 was actually
sang
my
for
first
them,
band,
too.
Twisted Cone's first show ever was with 969. And I thought that was cool. I was like, wow, we're really playing for 969. Years later, now I realize that like the reason that we got to is because the shows that we have are always local and smaller bands. But, so I can see that. Like, I think it's way better to be influenced by somebody local as opposed to somebody that you don't even know.
Right, and everybody's influenced by Dimebag, and everybody's influenced by this guy and that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like how many people are like, yeah, I watched Mike Saw play bass for 3 years, and I was just like, fuck yeah, like that's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's it.
Yep. I know a guy that plays guitar just because like he watched his dad growing up. His dad played guitar, and his dad was really good, and that's what got him into it.
My grandma was the only one. She's not alive anymore, but she was the only one in both sides of my family that even played an instrument. Like, and that's like, I'm so fucking off the beaten path of like my entire family. Like, nobody plays instruments. Nobody's really like nobody. They just listen to the radio, and it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
and like here I'm out like just chasing fucking concerts, going on 40 like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
That's
whatever.
good though. You're getting out.
Yeah, dude, and I just the people like I love it. Like I don't know, like I was out in the field for 3 days this past weekend. I never locked my fucking car doors once. I never nothing got stolen, nothing got touched. Everybody's just respectful of each other.
You have less to worry about there.
No, I know I do. Like I know
And
I knew I
that's
did.
weird.
Yeah, I knew I did. You know what I mean? I just looked at the people around me, and it was mostly people that I'd been at different festivals with or bands that I knew. Like we camped next to the Working Class Stiffs, who like they played that Porky show a couple weeks ago, the beginning of August. Like we were camping with them, and then two guys that I partied with like 2.5 years ago that I haven't seen, like they roll in behind us, and the guy hasn't seen me in so long. He's like, "Hi, I'm Mike," and I'm like, "Mike, it's fucking Jimmy," and he's like, "Oh my God," he's like, "You've changed," and I was like, "Well, yeah," I'm like,
yeah.
but it was cool, and like I said, I left my doors unlocked, windows down, nobody fucks with nothing. Like here, like go do that at Ames Plaza for a little bit. Leave your doors, like, you know what I mean? Leave shit in your car.
Screwed.
Yeah, you're done.
I go when I go out to work, like we always stay, we stay in hotels. I know if we stay in Zanesville, the one hotel, you don't leave anything in your car. We just stayed in St. Clairsville and had a guy lost his wallet out of his work truck. But I can go to any hardcore show, fest, believe your shit, open up. I wouldn't suggest Ozfest per se, but I mean, like, something like Punksylvania and that, like, everybody's just, they don't care about your shit.
No, John Grove,
they got
actually,
their own things.
He proved it. He sings for Coffee with the Lions. He came out on Saturday to watch Filthy and the rest bands play. He sat a 12-pack beside me and walked away for an hour and a half and came back. And there wasn't even a fucking beer taken out of it. Like,
Disrespect.
Like at a main venue, you know what I mean? Like, that's where everybody was dancing, that's where the bands were. Nobody fucking touched the thing. And it's just, yeah, it is respect.
It's a respect thing.
Yeah, and it's good to have. So as far as you guys, like, you got anything coming up? Like,
so
because I know that everything's getting funky now again too. Like, like it's something that's scary.
It's going to be hard to tell what actually. We're not even out of this year yet, and it's hard to tell what next year is going to bring.
Yeah, even if it it might kill some of this year is what I'm like even worried about too. Like, it's, I don't know. There's this like Delta map, and it's like just fucking swirling right up through Maryland now, coming towards us. Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck, man.
Yeah,
I'm like an idiot, you know. Of course, I saw concerts for back, and I'm just like, right after I went through it a year ago, of like, where's my fucking concert ticket money that they didn't pay back? But I did it again.
Yeah,
it's a chance you take. I don't know.
Oh yeah. But no, we're looking into doing some recording. I don't want to say like how soon because I really don't know.
Right.
Probably not going to be a big studio production. It's going to be all DIY. We have some friends that do some recording, mixing, things of that nature. We'll go through them. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
We're still writing some stuff. Excuse me. We have 5 songs right now. The guys have been working on 2 more songs, which I still got to get lyrics to. I still got to.
So is that how you guys do it? They give you the music and then you put lyrics to it? That's cool.
Yep. So, because I'm rarely home, you know, I work away 2 weeks. I'm home for a week, so it actually works out really well. Props to the band, honestly, because they always keep me in the loop as much as possible.
You got a good set of guys there, though. Too.
Yeah,
you know, you really do,
I couldn't be happier to be playing with these guys.
Yeah.
I've been in a band with every single one of them, sometimes more than once. You know, so it's kind of cool. We all know each other's style in a sense.
Yeah, you got a feel for each other already too. Yeah,
they'll record a set. They'll shoot me a video, send it out. I'll listen to it. I'll type my feedback. You know, sometimes not always to the group. Sometimes it's like just me and Dave or me and Snack Pack or whatever. Give them my thoughts. And then when I do finally get to come home and go to a practice, then I get to kind of voice my opinion a little bit. Sometimes I feel like I'm a bit of a hard ass. I don't mean to be. I really don't mean to be. It's just I'm not there when they write these things. So like now I have a chance to freely express, you know, like, let's change this. Let's change that. And I know they hate me for it.
Well,
but but at the same time, if you think about it, I'm kind of like a fresh set of ears.
Yeah, that's what
they've been playing this over and over and over and over. And I got one video and I go home and I hear it again and I'm like, well, let's try this. Sometimes we change things. Sometimes we don't. I'm overruled. But that's what I love about it. That's what I love about this band. I mean, this band is realistically everything I've ever wanted in a band.
Dude, that's fantastic.
We don't care. We don't fight. We don't like, there's no arguments ever. We don't ever argue about anything. And it's a blessing to be playing with these guys because they are all just.
Yeah, like I said, you got a good group there, man. Like definitely, like, yeah, that's, I don't know. They don't even have drama in the bands. It's a nice thing.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that we don't have shows every weekend. I know when I was doing Not Without Resistance, and I know, you know, Dave could tell you the same thing when he was doing Final Stand. At the time that these bands were going on, we were trying to get out of Clearfield.
Right.
Because Clearfield, we played Clearfield every other weekend, you know, and it was like, we got to get out. We tried playing out. And when you start traveling, not everybody is on the same page, like I'm cool to go out for this weekend, but well, my mom's got this going on. I can't make it that weekend. So whatever the case may be, you kind of get tensions there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then when you get on the road, you're away from home.
You're beside each
You
other
get,
like this the whole
it's-
time.
it-
Yeah.
I mean, you make great memories. You make great memories and you have a good time, but there's always,
You bitch each other out. for
always
sure.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like right now, it's like just having fun with this. No drama.
Yeah. No, it just,
No drama.
and just enjoy it. And I just love the fact that like most bands and stuff I see out now, I mean, everybody's our age now. Like this scene's kind of, most scenes really, like it's, we've all grown up a little bit, and I think it's made everybody better.
Yeah. And I give props to the Clearfield scene that we have right now. And I mean, I know a lot of other scenes are doing great, but I definitely want to like
No,
single
you-
out Clearfield.
No, you
because
guys have something great over there.
it's
If I played hardcore, I'd be driving over there.
we were in a hiatus, for so long. Just hardcore and punk in general kind of
Oh,
It-
like
petered out of the scene. There was nothing.
no, I want to say 2005 to like 2013. There was absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
No,
Yeah,
nothing.
it
Not
just-
even big bands were putting shit out, really.
No, not really at all. And it's awesome because the Justin Strickland's son Bront and Corey Reed, I don't know who all formed the band Silence the Perdition, but like it was like out of nowhere, like this young kids band was like, oh, we're gonna start playing some shows, and it's like, who are these guys? Then you start finding out who they are, and you kind of talk to them and learn about them, and it's amazing. Like they're doing what we did when we were like 16, like coming from nothing and just, we want to do this. They're all like big Slipknot fans. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably most of their influence, which is awesome,
Yeah.
but they're doing something. They're doing anything. And it makes me happy to see them now because I saw what they were starting with and trying to come up with. They've since separated. Bront went to the military, and Corey went from, I believe, playing guitar. Now he's singing in Assault on Fifth, and Cody Mayhew, who was drumming then, he's drumming for Bellevue Booth now. Like they've all kind of like separated, but still a whole. Like they're still. It's like watching like reruns of MASH.
Yeah. I call it
I
full
feel
circle,
like we live
man.
this.
Yeah.
and
Like
I'm seeing it come back, and I'm so happy for the scene right now, especially in Clearfield, because it's almost like a reforming, and it's amazing. Like, yeah, we don't have a solid venue every week. Dave's got the upstage. It's kind of in a transition right now,
Right.
but it's there. It's very much alive. Punk, hardcore, metal is all still alive in the scene, and I'm happy. It makes me really happy about it.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I feel the same way. Like when I went to Pittsburgh that first time and saw how good that scene was down there, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because it was not like that when I lived down there. But that was in like 2006 to 2010.
Punk is so much alive in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing.
It's thriving.
It's
man.
amazing.
Yeah, it really is. But dude, I want to thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you want to get out there? Where can we find Brace for Impact?
Right now, just on Facebook. Just search Brace for Impact. I think there's like 10 million of them. Off the top of my head, I really don't know the website of
Yeah,
it.
that's fun. Dude. I
But
don't even know
literally
why-
search
why-
Brace for Impact. There's only one in Clearfield. I know we're out there on Instagram. And otherwise, just get off your couch, come to a show.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody in the band, all of our friends, family, we all share the shit out of all the flyers and everything. You as well, which I appreciate your support.
yeah,
It's
dude.
amazing.
That's why, like I said, I like to switch it up too and have different things. Like I said, I dig you guys seeing and stuff like that. Like I said, I can just only do the Cannibal Corpse thing for so long.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
So it just came with getting older. I played in, we talked about Twang earlier. Like I was in like 3 bands with him growing up. Like it's all we did.
Yeah. But aside from that, pick up a bass, pick up some drumsticks, grab a microphone. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be great.
No.
Just do something.
Yeah, and dude, like
Do something. Keep music alive. Keep the music scene rolling.
I said that with screen printing real quick. Is I was like, this is something like the guitar that you'll never fucking master. And I'm like, but you can assert your own style, you can do your own thing, and you can get the job done. And like, you know what I mean? You don't have to be fucking perfect.
Hey,
at
who
it.
would have ever thought that Tom Morello would be as famous by sitting in his garage just doing dumb shit with his guitar.
Right. But I mean, I don't know. When I
It's
first
amazing.
saw that he made those sounds with just his guitar, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
But,
he's amazing.
But thanks again, man. Like, I appreciate you coming down and everything. This was cool. I like
Absolutely.
in-person ones, for sure. But yeah, till next time. Dave Steele from Brace from Impact. Thanks again. And check him out on Facebook. Check it out. Like I said, they surprised me at that Upstage Fest. I only saw videos again because they made me do shots of tequila in Pittsburgh. But you know, everybody's in all black playing all throughout the day, and out comes Dave in a pair of swim trunks and bright white sunglasses, and I'm like, this is my fucking guy. Like, I like this fucking shit right here. Like, this is it, you know. But you know, check out the Clearfield hardcore scene. Give them support. The Upstage. Obviously the Punksylvania, the Riot Squad girls, Filthy Loud, all those people. Like, I don't know. Everything's going great. But until next time, fucking buy the ticket. Take that goddamn ride. We'll see you.